Yo, welcome back. The delayed set is here. Huggie versus Kingstone in Division 4. Isn't Kingstone undefeated? Well, Ranger beat him in 2 games last season. And he lost in pick and mixer to Andy, which included DM. So it depends on how you count. Maybe. Ooh, and that's a juicy map draft between Huggie and Kingstone here. Huggie going for Scholz and Hyper Random, hoping for some randiness, and Kingstone going for some interesting maps too. Akarai and Fest, so not going for the standard maps that we might have played last season. And yeah, on paper, Huggie is favored here. He comes from Division 3. Kingstone won Division 5 last season, while Huggie lost the playoffs last time to Sniper. And therefore was relegated to Division 4. And yeah, has overall played a lot more DM. It is a league system, and high-low armors are really hard to seed. But let's see how good Kingstone can do division upwards or where he was previously. Zardos was meant to appear, but he hasn't yet. Maybe 14 him. And let's see the Civ drafts. Serengeti will be the first map. Scholz and Hyper Random for Huggie, Akarai and Fez for Kingstone. So a bit of water, potential for water. And Akarai and Fez also relatively special maps. No Gacharas, sad times. No Spanish might be very impactful. No Huns can have an impact. Ethiopian Saracens band too. And Magyar's the first player band for Huggie. Lots of strong Swiss available. Seems like Georgians, Persians, Mongols, Bengalis, Berbers, Magyars, Sicilians, Slavs, everything there besides Spanish basically. Celts is there as well. Very notable. No Hindustani's band, huge Kingstone nerf. I don't remember that much of last season. Did he pick Armor bait pick a lot? It seems very probable. He bans away! That already is implicating Huggie has some chances via the draft. Kingstone overall, obviously one of the most skilled players that have touched this game. But his knowledge about DM isn't the highest, so Huggie should have good leads in that regard. There he is! Xardas is woken up. Ew.
Hello. I was waiting for my introduction being some part of a transition from Hindustani bands. That's a missed opportunity because I completely support that.
I didn't.
Yes.
I had streamer mode on, so I didn't hear the pling when you entered the room. So I assumed you weren't there because you said nothing.
That would have been the perfect transition. I'm talking about the Hindustani band. Here's my co-caster. Well,
yeah, missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Huggie's banning Cav Archers. Seems like he doesn't like Cav Archers. These are unusual bans. Normally everybody likes Cav Archers. Oh yeah, Cumans too. What? How was it? How was it earlier for me as you?
Huh? I mean, honestly, yeah, pretty much no good Cav Archers have left besides maybe Persians, but Persians is usually an RM Cav Archer, not really in DM, right? So.
Why is Kingstone playing DM? Because it's fun. I think he had a lot of fun last season, so he wanted to come back.
I was wondering if this was it's like the actual pro player Kingstone, but apparently it is.
It's the actual 2K7 pro player Kingstone playing in Division 4. He won Division 5 though, but we had no clue how much experience he had. And I mean, Frank's first pick, you can see why he might be correct in Division 4. He can make it work maybe, but his knowledge about DM isn't the highest ever.
I mean, Franks is usually the civilization newer
I think we're gonna
players
turn.
played the most, so it might just be a comfort pick. But Huggie is already picking me. DM
Slavs,
powerhouses.
Celts,
Holy
Georgians,
cow! Holy
huge
shit!
powerhouses for Huggie. If you missed the map draft, Hyper-Random Scholz, Acarai, Fez,
No,
and
no, I have it
Serengeti.
open.
So
I
quite
have it
interesting.
open. Oh, good, oh, good.
Yeah, but I was also talking to
So,
chat, so they can order the same
oh,
things.
okay. Okay.
I don't
Georgians is
have.
still there. Persians is still there. Yeah, picked up by Kingston. Is it Kingston or Kingstone?
That's. Now I will have way more problems saying anything after you asked. Chat, do you know? Nobody knows? Well, then
Bengalis
we'll
made it to
just
the
use
fourth
both.
pick. Bengalis has made it to the fourth pick. That's very interesting.
What do you mean made it? I mean, but after
No,
Slavs,
usually,
Celts, Georgians makes sense, right? There's just a lot of strong civs in this draft.
yeah, probably. I mean,
Georgians
I'm still
left
waiting
there,
for.
and then it gets a bit
Yeah.
weaker, I think. Yeah, no
I'm
Hindustanis,
still
god
waiting.
damn it.
I'm still waiting for Georgians. Yeah, and
There it
the
is!
Hindustanis.
Forever bait pick baits are ever. Number
No, it's the best pick.
100!
It's the best pick.
Lucky Cubs, come in here. There's no Dravidians. I'm switching co-casters. Next pick Dravidians, probably. Then I'll have the solo cast.
I was about to say Dravidians, yeah. But... oh, our
And there
Vietnamese
is
is still open.
Tatars for Huggie, I really like. Now there's Vietnamese and Persians, so we can see two flaming camel opportunities for Huggie. And it's
This is
also
interesting,
Huggie's
like,
favorite
Huggie-
unit, so he really wants
Huggie
that. 3
banned a lot
flaming
of the
camels,
Cap
Bengali,
Archers.
Vietnamese.
Huggie made a lot of CA civs, but then he picks up Tatars and Turks. Basically the only two left.
He picks
That's
Turks for Scholz for the cannon gains, and he's solely, I know Huggie well enough, he's solely picking Tatars, so he can go flaming camels, which actually isn't a meme, but makes total
Huggie, yeah.
sense against Persians, Bengalis, and Vietnamese. It's an
Teutons,
amazing
that's a
civ pick here against the triple elephants.
Teutons are interesting. Same with Britons.
I mean,
feel
there's
Huggie
not
has
that strong
everything.
stuff left, right? Now he has SO.
Huggie has
Yeah, he has
everything.
SO, CA, and more SO, I guess. Who do we snipe here even? Do you snipe elephants when you have Tatars? Persians, yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I would have sniped Bengalis simply because I know what they're capable of and on the level that I play.
Yeah, Persians,
not...
Bengalis on Acarai can pretty much do the same elephant storm thing though, right? So
oh yeah, Acarai
kind of doesn't make a big difference there. So there might be Tatars on Acarai simply picked as an elephant counter pick here if it's Bengalis there. But Kingstone doesn't really know his way around maps and DMs, so Huggie might like think very sensibly with his counter picks, but then Kingstone does something randomly different and Huggie counter picks into nothingness. So maybe it's safer to just go Celts.
Is it now one of Huggie's goals to try and match Bengalis or find Bengalis with some of the Helpers OSIFs? Is that something that could help?
It's Huggie's goal to find Bengalis with Tatars, as I explained thrice.
Why Tatars though?
Where or why?
Why? Why Tatars?
Have you listened to anything I said?
You mentioned Tatars a bunch. You haven't really explained much about it. At least not when I was in the channel.
You just started talking about something else whenever I was talking about Huggie's favorite unit in the game, and it actually being the best unit in the game against elephants.
Oh, okay, that's where the connection is. Okay, flaming camels is good against elephants. Yeah, I was missing that bit of information. Okay.
I mean, I did say flaming camels 3 times or so.
I didn't know that they were good against, like, how would I know what they're good against?
Just because I just explained it?
Whatever. Just you mentioning them doesn't explain to me why they're good. Okay, let's move on.
I did explain it though. But alright. Serengeti is the first map, so we
like
might
a
not
couple,
see
a
elephants
girlfriend
first.
just complains that the other one's never listening. But yeah, okay.
I mean, your girlfriend might be right.
Is Slavs more dangerous than Celts? in terms of being worthy of a snipe.
No.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
I think, I mean, it's close. It's not far apart, but depends on map a bit. But generally, I would say no.
I guess Celts are strictly better, but Slavs are easier to play, right? So if you just take the civs that are easy to play away from your opponent, that might also be a strategy.
Maybe, I don't think it's right, but maybe Kingstone saw Huggie play against Breeze and saw how Huggie played Celts against Breeze's Britons, and therefore didn't snipe the Celts. Because, how do I put it delicately? Huggie failed to combine the multiple siege options available to him in that game for about 30 minutes.
Those last two words made it sound so much worse than it needed to be.
It was a long game, and he never had Scorpions, and he never had two similar siege units at the same time in a fight. He fought with Rams, he fought with Otter.
Yeah,
at the end, he fought with Scorpions. He never really had traps with his siege. Like,
you could have ended your sentence without the 430 minutes.
Yeah.
It was okay.
What? I couldn't have, because it was 30 minutes long.
Okay.
Lucky says he would have been tempted to ban Jurgens. I think that's valid too. I would have been tempted to ban Tatars if I knew Huggie, but not with this draft.
So if you're a pro player who knows a lot about the game, how much
I think
can you actually
Celts,
transfer?
honestly, Celts are a bit more scary here against the Elephant Civs and specifically with the Street Siege. So
how much of your pro RM knowledge can you take into this?
well, according to you, a lot, because you can pick Hindustanis.
According to me, but I'm asking someone who actually knows what they're talking about, which is.
I mean, the basic skill in the game is there, right? Knowledge-wise, I think there's less of a transfer. Skill-wise, there's a huge one.
I mean, like late game compositions and tag trees also play a big role in DM, as far as I know. But no, let's see.
They do. Scheduling knowledge is something they should take over, because I had 30 viewers when I first tried to cast the set, and now I have 9. We're starting on Serengeti. What's your Civ prediction?
Serengeti. Okay, let me look at the draft quickly. Serengeti. I mean, I'm just gonna go with Franks for Kingston and. Franks Celts.
I'm going Hindustani Scales. They have started. Okay. I think we can pause and sync up.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, what was that? What time you at?
Not in yet.
Oh, you know.
But
okay, I'm waiting.
There's something even better. I'm 2 out of 2. Let's go.
Nice.
I'm at 7 seconds. I mean, we can go anywhere. Let's just go to 0 minutes to flex that we both have pro.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. Let's go back. Okay, I'm at 0. You can call it anytime.
Let's make Huggie red as well. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Tarnished Deathmatch Season 6. We are here in Division 4, and it is the first appearance of Kingstone this season, at least on stream. He might have played a set off stream or off my casts. He's starting with the armor bait pick. The 2k7 armor gets baited, and I think it's funnier. Oh, we'll have to sync up again, but I think it's really funny if I show the RM elo. So I want to unclick the hide elo thing, because it will be funny when Kingston loses.
This is unfortunate, because I'm kind of rooting for Kingston now, simply because of the Civ pick. Because if he loses, I also lose now, and yeah. Yeah. The question is.
Oh, Huggie's 1700.
For me personally, nah, he always has been like at that level most of the time. Oh yeah, I'm at 50 seconds, by the way.
50.
Just
okay. I'm at 35.
I'm coming back. That's fine. I'm coming back.
Lucky comes if you, or Kaikoko if you want to do predictions, be our guest.
Okay, I'm there.
3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Tarnished Deathmatch. Season 6. Kingstone's first appearance on screen. He's playing against Huggie, who played well in December, but had a bit of a hard time against Breeze this week. And now he faces the RM prowess 2k6 elo plus of Kingstone. But it is Hindustanis, the armor got baited, and Kelts should have a decent matchup here. Let's see if Huggie can up his Kelts game from his last set and make it happen.
There's already a break.
Zardas is here with me.
Yes, I am, and there's already a break, and there's already a couple of things that caught my eye.
What?
First of all, why is Kingstone
Why is there a
going
break?
for...
I think you might be crashing.
Wait, am I?
For me, there's no break.
There's no break on your end? Okay, then you might have to pause. Yeah, my game just ended for some reason. I don't know what that is.
I'm at 2 minutes and
I'm
10
gonna
now.
have to- Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump back in again. Oh, shit. I thought there was a break. Sorry for the delay.
Hi Be Easy, hi Lucky Calm, Saka Coco, welcome Empty Explore. So far we've got defensive castles, now a kind of late chicken castle for Huggie coming in. He's going 6 Rex and a stable. Well, I guess it's always worth it to rush a bit if you're a fan of that philosophy. Hasn't found any damage yet, but I guess the rush is kind of only now arriving. Kemet's coming forward, and the
I'm there.
Paladinos are a choice. 3, 2,
I'm there.
1, go.
So, the one thing I want to touch on is, first of all, why is Kingston building a chicken castle? That doesn't really make sense to me, especially against Celts, which should be
Well,
like...
the rush is dangerous. He just lost the will to a Celt Paladin. But yeah, I agree. You shouldn't. His buildings are also quite far out from his starting build, so one can see he's not too experienced in DM, so it's all a bit improvised.
If it's not a habit, if it's something that you haven't practiced, like pulling that close grid is just something that... It looks easy on paper, but it's not easy to do for the first time. I can tell you that.
It was super easy for you to do for the first time. I watched your first DM build on ever. You were the quickest one to grab it ever.
One stable, 4 houses. That part I got down. The rest was already way too much.
It still looked super clean. It still looked 10 million times cleaner what Kingstone's doing. Now he's trying to camel rush the Helvetiers are out. The chicken castle's up, so looking good for Huggie. 1-0 eco KD in favor of the Siege Civ. Always nice. Obviously, Hindustanis crab Civ. They don't have Treadmill Crane, so their camels arrive too late to rush anything.
Also, one of the biggest challengers in this matchup is going for Kingston. Look at these castles. Is that? Yeah, he's an RMer. Look at this. I mean, it is kind of nice castle placements if you want to delay the Celt Deathball push.
Yeah, I think it's good castles actually.
Castles. Do you really build them so early? He's sending so many mills on the map. Actually, might be a good approach. Well,
costs a lot of eco, but Huggie's building an equally high amount of castles and all in the same spot. Very scared of a frontal big push of Hindustanis? That doesn't make any sense. Huggie needs to build Siege Workshop and not like 4 castles at the front of your base.
Yeah,
World Raider production isn't that important.
10 of Kingston's villagers are building castles. I think.
Yeah, and 10 of Huggie's are building his frontal castle right now. There's no advantage because Kingstone is doing this, because Huggie is doing the same thing, and he isn't giving him map control with it.
I mean, Kingston wants to make this RM as soon as possible, right? That's where his strengths lie. So, bombard cannons coming up, trebuchet coming up.
Typically, people do that by booming, but I guess it's not his approach. He's raiding with cav, just denying the expansion castle for Huggie here, because he spent all the time building them in his base.
It looks solid though what Kingston's doing, and he has already found his solutions for the helps, which is the +2 range hand cannoneers, followed by bombard cannons, his unit of choice against these siege onagers apparently. Gulam can also be very dangerous if they get close. Yeah, Gulam can also be pretty decent.
Gulam are kind of bad against siege onagers. I'm not sure if that was even a ground attack. Oh, but Huggie cast might lose another castle at the front. Traps are already very quickly in place and forward by Kingstone. Hi, Nate.
What's taking Huggie so long? It feels like he's delayed by a lot. What actually happened there? It's 8 minutes into the game and he doesn't really have any...
I feel like you didn't listen to me again. And I explained that these 4 castles were costing him all his momentum.
Yeah, it kind of translates into what we're seeing on stream. I'm not sure if you still go for camels for Kings.
He isn't. He has 4 camels. Oh, now he Q10, I guess. But he isn't using that many camels, right? So many Ghulams shouldn't really work, but once again, Huggie completely like not making any, only making one type of. Okay, now I queue some Scorpions. All right, we're starting to mix siege, but he has one siege workshop up. What are kills with one siege workshop? Oh no!
Kingston has 8 bombard cannons. They should make pretty quick work of any siege Huggie can field.
Yeah, if Kels would make
And yeah,
6 siege workshops, you're not sniping all of them with 5 bombard cannons. But if Huggie has 1 siege workshop, it's a lot easier. But yeah, the Kingstone is having a good comp right now forward. Besides the Ghulams, they are normally useless, but they're working here because there's no army together, right? They're good against the helps and the siege, as long as they are so far apart from each other.
I mean, is there a world where you just slap down your buildings in the beginning, maybe with a little bit of nerfs and game 1 stuff happening, where you just forget to build more workshops?
I never thought that, like,
Maybe,
yet. Just said he's the favorite on paper. I actually just talked to Zhao and Jade about it, and I said
terrible. This
that
looks absolutely terrible.
to beat Kingstone, that was the analysis. I didn't have time to do it on stream. But to beat Kingstone, that was kind of the result of last season, where Ranger had the closest matchup against Kingstone. You need a well-trained, good DM start. And while Huggie is a bit like Kingstone himself and shines later and with interesting decisions that the others don't see, he doesn't really have a good DM start. Still think Kingstone might have a hard time in Division 4 overall, but against Huggie should be a good matchup for him.
We're starting to send Vote Raiders into the Hand Cannoneers, which also pretty much screams of desperation at this point for Huggie.
We're just mainly sending something into a big army one by one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this game is pretty much already over. Look at the expansion from Huggie was stopped by another castle forward from Kingston, who's basically castled the entire map, with the exception of Huggie's
This is really good. I really like this castle chain by Kingstone. And I mean, generally people know the Hindustani comp, right? And Huggie just built all these 4 castles in his base that he's now losing and didn't really get a meaningful army together. And I mean, if an army fights against a few band of bandits, then the army always wins independent of Civ.
I mean, Huggie should have had like 15 siege onagers by minute like 4 or 5, which he just failed because of the 1 siege workshop. I think that's the big takeaway.
Yeah.
Which is super weird. Like, why would you pick Celts without going ham on those?
For Vote Raiders, apparently, because he made 4 castles. Like, this is the centerpiece of the game.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Tried to build 2, but that's all he placed, right?
Might be a little nervous though. Like, it's not every time that you play against 2k7, right? Or like well-known players.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I would be, like, I'm getting nervous on my 1400 sets, then can't imagine what this is like.
Well, that was a quickie, and I assume they're fast, so let's not talk about it for too long.
I think the next game is already on the way, and it's going to be your favorite map.
Yeah, what is it? I'm doing things.
It's your favorite map in Akarai.
Oh, my favorite sudden death map. Kingstone was blue.
It's not in the
Right, so well, I don't want to say what my favorite map is right now, because I'm playing 3 sets in the next 3 days.
Fine.
And there was a Celt loss ouchie on the draft position against the Hindustanis. Quite a later pick. Yeah, well, I called it already, right? My prediction is Tatars versus Bengalis.
On Akarai?
Akarai, yes.
Oh, Bengalis on Akarai, it's an interesting one. I can mostly only think about what I would play. And I would play Urchins here probably against... I don't think Bengalis... Wait, what's the map draft? We do have hyper random still. I think Kingston should use Bengalis on hyper random, so... I'm gonna say it's going to be Urchins against... What other unit is there to make for Kingston though? I don't think he has any other civilization for Akerai, that's the problem.
We're a bit behind. Do you want to decide? My chat knows the answer already.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Urchins Bengalis.
Come on!
only
What?
because
You
he
wanted to
doesn't-
say something else? No, you're cheating. That doesn't count. I'm still winning 1-1 here. I'm at 5 seconds.
I'm confused. Wait, what the fuck?
Well, it's Georgians versus Bengalis.
That's interesting. Like, I would say Bengalis for Hyper, but he doesn't have any other unique unit that makes sense, so... 5 seconds? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can... Okay, we can go.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Georgians versus Bengalis. Very interesting matchup on Akerai. Bengalis, very famed for their huge elephant push, and it is a stable and a barracks coming up for Kingstone. He did make a house. Always a big topic on Akerai. Huggie obviously knows the map from sudden death. Doesn't build a house. Edwin lost for Kingstone by Abe standards. But he only made one, so that's kind of alright.
I was thinking about unique units when talking about Bengalis, but of course, the insta population. That's a biggie as well on this map.
The main biggie in Deathmatch is instant super heavy elephant rush here for Bengalis. That's why I mentioned it. Taos is a counter pick. But Georgian rocket cards probably the second best unit against big elephant spam after flaming camels. Maybe it's even better than flaming camels, but that would be heresy. So we don't say it. Step Lancers though won't be doing too much here. Kind of need to get the rocket cards fast, and it's another matchup where Huggie needs workshops, and his first workshop is denied at 91%.
Okay, I got a little lucky here because I was probably thinking along the same lines of Huggie, like you have a very close distance, so Step Lancers can rush pretty quickly. So that's... I would probably try to do the same
He's also
thing as
making
Huggie.
racks and workshops, so... I don't know, I think
I
you
was
should
thinking
know.
about the Lancers with that prediction. I haven't considered anything rocket card-ish because I'm not really used to playing with that unit.
It's still 91%! At least the Iron Pagoda are pretty good against our melee units, so they are taking some okay engagement. Kingstone with a very forward castle notices it's too forward and deletes it, I think.
Okay, I gotta say, as an RMer joining into DM, those forward castles are so tempting, and I'm doing them myself all the time.
And they never work, right?
It's such a bait. Like,
unless
for me,
you
it
have a
still
really,
works because,
really good civ matchup, or much faster civ.
For me, the only reason why it works for me, which is enforcing a bad habit in a way, but the only reason why they work for me is because I managed to field a lot of army before my opponent. So I actually do have the map control that I shouldn't have at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Big
but...
fight. Now, a lot of Iron Pagodas. I mean, they're not a bad unit. They're taking quite a good engagements against the Ratha. Finally, some heavy rocket cards.
I think this
but
fight
in
is
these
terrible.
Numbers...
Yeah, no,
now they're
Pagodas
getting
is-
squished.
no. Another sandwich, as you would have called it.
Population is
And if
relatively
Urchin-
even, but Huggie needs siege workshops. It's so central. He once again has one of them. It's the one unit that can stop the push. Is the rocket
Yeah, but if you
card
go
with thunderclap
Lancers-
bombs.
If you go Lancers, do you really want to be even after the start? Probably not, right? Like, if you go Lancer, you expect to be ahead in villagers, which we're definitely not.
He makes some stables, but he's making TCs. We need more barracks and more siege workshops. Oh. What is Kingston doing? Lots of wrecks. Well, I guess against
winning,
the
that's what he's doing. Winning pretty hard, and we're getting to the mass. We're getting to that elephant mass where you can just stomp down your opponent's entire base, especially if the army count is 20 to 90. And we once again see Bengalis just marching into the opponent's base. He's a little bit too hesitant for my taste. How many stables does he have? Oh, not too many, that's why. It's only 5.
Yeah. I commented
With
on
maybe
the amount of
2 more stables, he could just win the game on the spot, I think.
I think he's winning the game on the spot regardless, because of Huggie's tendency to make one workshop.
Is that something Huggie has always done, or is this...
No! It's really not! Like, when he was going up through the divisions, like, up until last season and was winning a lot. He was always a good SO player, right? He won a lot with Ethiopians and stuff like that, and he always made enough SO. Like, it's a new thing this season, I feel like.
Yeah, makes me wonder as to why that is. But yeah, now it just feels unstoppable at this point. Huggie has 50 army on the
Triple
field somehow
forward
now.
castle! I've not seen this before! What is this triple castle? Lord!
I mean,
3
it's
is the magic
working.
number. In this case, rather 6 is the magic number for the last 2 games, but 6 is the multiplier of 3 at least.
I mean,
Yeah.
3 is the magic number for Kingston with the forward castles, but yeah.
True. 3
3
forward
at home,
castles.
3 at home, 3 forward. It's 6 in total, so the math catches up eventually. And there's, okay, never mind. There's another castle on the original TC, which if that happens in Deathmatch is not as great of a sign.
But Huggie has Lutrons out. So
Yeah, but Huggie is completely cooked. I mean, it wouldn't be Huggie without some water stuff, but we're way too late for demo shots or like potential Lutron.
Huggie is
maybe
not
Lutron.
queuing fishing ships anymore before he queues military ships. That's why he's losing. Like, he won
I
all the
had-
sets in
I'd
December
rather-
where he did that mistake. He won every game where he made fishing ships. Now in 2026 he stopped making fishing ships and suddenly he's losing all his series.
Yeah, I'd rather see him go for fishing ships, but have enough workshops than the other way around.
Oh, good point. We are playing this out? No, we're not playing it out that far.
No, we're
Kingstone
not.
gets
We're
the
not.
2-0. Bengalis are really hard to stop on this map. Jurchens should be a Sith that's able to stop them, but I won't mention the building again. I think we've mentioned it enough. Good rush by Kingstone. Could have maybe used a bit more elephants, but I mean, it worked, right? And nice forward castles. But, I mean, I don't know if they're generally nice, but they worked here with a strong Bengali push deck.
Well, alright.
Speedy said, maybe we get to cast one more. Because this is being
I mean,
really fast.
the thing is, it's very easy to say Huggie's making all these mistakes. I wish we could have focused a little bit of what Kingston does instead of what Huggie doesn't. But Huggie's the one making the mistakes, it feels like, and very, like, at least from an outside perspective, very obvious mistakes.
Yeah,
which-
unfortunate.
Interesting.
Speaking of Speedy, they're already on hyper random, so tell me a Civ prediction for game number 3. And,
Let me look at the civs. Hyper random. I'm gonna say Wu for Kingston, and I'm gonna say. Well, this is interesting because Turks. We haven't seen Turks yet, right?
we haven't seen Turks yet, but I.
Oh no! Actually, I'm gonna say Britons versus Wu then.
Alright, I'm gonna say Tatars versus Vietnamese. Let's go.
All right.
And it
Okay,
is.
well.
I'm half right. 1 more point for me.
How the
And let's
fuck
see how
do you
many
play the
siege
Fire
workshop
Sniper?
Kingston maps.
Wait, this is just Arabia, no?
What? Wow, the trap kept pouring hyper random. But we start with the lumber
I can't
camp.
go.
Massively
I
influential.
can't go further back than 10 seconds. So if you can join me at 10, that would be appreciated.
Oh, I'm trying, man. Keep missing it though. And I need to change the color. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Hyper Random for game number 3. Huggie doesn't get the matchup that he wants with Tatars. He doesn't get to blow up elephants. Let's see if he makes some flaming camels regardless. We also have Pascal II, at least choosing up this Hyper Random at least a bit. A 190 HP Plumed Archer with golden shoulder pads. It's running forward. Kingstone, how many siege workshops will he make is the big question here. Does he make more than Huggie? He's making a chicken castle, using the kind of the same strategy to make it up first. So Rex castle, I don't mind it, but Huggie's Plumed Archer hero is there. Kingstone loses a will.
That hero is kind of strong. Holy cow.
Step Lancers take Kingstone's hero out. Good start for Huggie. He might get a second will. Kingstone's dancing. Is he out dancing him? It starts just shooting another will. Kingston was dancing with this will. And Huggie just shoots through. 5 will kills. 5 will kills. 5 will kills with Pascal. Great start for Huggie. That is what we needed.
Huggie is once again making a castle with 7 villagers, which I think is too much. And the transition is okay. It's 4 stables for the Step Lancer rush again, and we transition into ranges. Well, no, sorry, let me correct that. We're transitioning into 1 range and 3 castles. The 1 range is kind of throwing me off.
Why are we building 8 villagers on 1 castle again every game? But the start was great for Huggie. Now it is the donjon spam though, so Kingstone knows about the donjon thing. And honestly, this looks a bit like Kingstone watched either Andy play this in PNM or watched the Frost game. Because he seems to have roughly an idea what Sicilians play around. But the Step Lancers are a pretty good answer. And they're finding good value here stopping the donjons.
Okay, can you explain the Tatar pick for hyper random? Because to me it makes 0 sense. Was it about flaming camels?
Huggie was hoping to play against Vietnamese.
Oh, okay. I see. So that failed.
And I mean, they're generally a good CA Civ and their navy is alright, so I don't mind the pick for hyper random generally.
It's interesting that we still feel the need. It's interesting to me that Huggie still feels the need to. Well, he stopped at 10 Step Lancers, so I guess that's fine. We've started to go. Oh no, actually, it's 36 Step Lancers. There's Keshik in the mix now because we do need a meat shield for the cavalry archers. We have gone for 5 ranges. I feel like we need more than 5 because it is a unit you want to have like a lot of. What's the answer to?
It's too many according to Turfux. Keshik.
Keshik?
And not fighting direct straight on like this. I like the traps out though. Timuric Siegecraft trebuchets are a good weapon against the donjon spam. Lots of castles here in the middle for Huggie, and half the sequel's building those. Kind of fighting in low numbers. Why does Huggie feel so tempted to play Cavatus with SO here? I mean,
well, that's directly. One of the best units for Tatars, right? So...
Yeah, I mean generally, but not like microing 5 against DSO.
Now the Step Lancers trying to snipe a little bit of siege, but all they're doing is getting wrecked by the help. Siege onagers make their way forwards. We have a little donjon creep towards the left side as well. Do we see a donjon in Huggie's base? Because apparently that's the thing people do in the end. They just donjon right into the opponent's base.
Interesting castle in the middle for Kingstone, going up under trap fire. Sicilian bonus coming into play. And the Timuric Siegecraft traps are now suddenly under castle fire. Huggie's own castle, 93%. So many down buildings for Huggie this series, 95%. He should kill Kingstone's castles. Now has to micro his own castle onto DSO. It's still firing at Helvetius. I think Huggie might not have enough APM to go against Kingstone in TM.
I mean, is it really the APM thing? Do you think having too many... I mean, Huggie's biggest problems are 2 things. First of all, he's building buildings with way too many villagers, and the second one is he's not going for enough of his buildings.
It's also kind of an APM thing though, right? It's harder to task villagers to the different buildings. And Kingstone is playing very aggressive and making this very messy, so Huggie has actually a lot to do at the same time. That's what I meant.
Huggie's the one who tries to rush most of the time, while having the slow build behind, which isn't really that great of a combination.
I mean, he did get a lot of early will kills here. His EQ was ahead, but...
Yeah, but that was the Step Lancer rush. That was the hero that he just parked underneath the TC.
He was clicking this.
Inevitable at this time. Yeah, it looks inevitable at this point, yeah. There's no way of stopping this now, I think. Siege ramp coming out.
I mean, just needs to traps a bit behind his castles and not in front of them. And then maybe play a bit around his castles. But there's also no Keshik in production, right? We made all these castles and no really Keshiks. Huggie generally struggling to get to numbers. And very tempted to fight with low numbers. I think that's also an issue here. He tried to fight with 5 Cavachers, right? Instead of trying to get to that ball and with a good masked meat shield behind while delaying the siege stuff. How's this fall for him? Angry Joe. The classic coffee pasta, but a bit shortened. Oh, no, Huggie micros here against
so
again.
that's... I thought it was just sarcasm. But it's actually a copy pasta, that's good to know.
Well,
yeah, and against...
I mean,
against...
it wasn't a copy pasta because I'm pretty sure he wrote it himself, but there is a copy pasta like that.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Skirms!
at this stage of the game, at this point in the game, going to skirms, having less than 10 cavalry archers on the field is never what you want with that unit. Your opponent has more siege rams than you have cavalry archers. That is not great. That usually spells doom for you, and now Huggie is completely out of steam, out of everything, and I think we're going to see GG pretty soon. Yeah, score doesn't matter, but in this case, 5k, it reflects on what's happening on the map.
I mean, let's say Tatars do have better matchups as well, but if you play around Timorous Siegecraft, there are chances. But also he needed some of his own onagers, I think, and I won't mention Huggie and Siege Workshops that much, but he once again has one, right? There is a pattern.
I wasn't expecting to say it yet again, but apparently, yeah, one Siege Workshop is the strategy that we're going for. Well.
But Sokol doesn't accept it, so 2-1.
Wait.
Admin is called.
We don't know if it's Sokol yet, right? It could be anyone.
True. Yeah, if it's not Sokol on that account, then it doesn't influence anything.
I guess it should be, right?
He's still macroing this year. Well, is macroing them a bit better now?
Alright.
No, I lost him.
I mean, he's also pulling a little bit of an ACCM here, right? Or I'm not quite sure if there's a DM equivalent to ACCM, in terms of never resigning.
Well, the score is over 7k difference, so I guess you can say it. That isn't too unusual in DM, but it might not always mean the game's over in DM, because score in DM is, well, what it is. Last K-Watch just died, GG Cole.
Score, in theory, score doesn't matter, but at this stage it kind of tells a story, right? And
yeah, I was waiting for Huggie Child. Dungeons are so dumb to know.
Dungeons are so dumb to know.
Oh,
so,
wow.
okay, historically, dungeons were banned from last TDM, right? As far as I know. Because it's just a lot.
I should tell you to gift subs more often, man. Thank you.
So, dungeons were banned alongside towers for recent versions, right, of Tarnished Deathmatch, and just
they were in one season.
Oh, in one season, okay.
they were always allowed besides in one TDM season, and there a lot of people were in favor of them being allowed again.
You can kind of see why that's inconvenient for people playing against them, right? But
I mean, we can transition to the Civ draft here, and we can find a very simple solution.
What's that?
You see 4 red dots for each player there?
Oh,
you still have 3?
Yeah, but it's not great to create civilization that you must ban, because then you're basically not playing with 4 dots but 3 dots because you're
Kate's in the game, man.
Right? So that's not always an argument in my opinion, but yeah.
But Kate's in the game, so I mean I guess Huggie lost twice with them, but it's a civilization you must ban or snipe in my opinion. We've more than Sicilian.
I do feel like from a newcomer's perspective, there are a bunch of civilizations that just shouldn't ever be allowed to be in the game because it just forces bans because they're just way too strong. But that's just my take. Well, all right. So what's the next? Two maps left,
Sicilians are really not that strong compared to the rest of the civilization, even with dungeons, and it's also a production
They just need to be annoying. It just has to be hell of annoying.
Alright, you can discuss it with Boomstick. You can discuss it with Boomstick. The people who actively give feedback sometimes get their opinion through. because the others don't say anything, and then they complain later. That might happen, but we're going to Fez.
Okay.
I personally don't really care that much about it, but it was a huge discussion. We had it a few times. This is the outcome so far. There was not much discussion last season. Everybody was happy, so it's the same rule.
Okay.
So Syrians take a win against the Tatars. We have Fez and Shoals remaining, and Huggie will play probably his best map last, and we go to Fez, which should be Franks versus Teutons.
So there's Shoals left, right? So there's probably Britons for Shoals, as far as I know. Britons can be pretty amazing there. And I'm gonna say Turks Vietnamese.
Oh boy. That would be terrible for Huggie, but I think he's using Turks and Shoals. Let's see. No, what? Why?
Oh, Franks were still in there. I thought we've used them already. Oh, that's my bad. Okay.
Well, okay, maybe he suspected that. And
go.
Turks versus Franks is a nice matchup for Huggie, so.
That's true.
It's dead at least. Thanks a lot,
I
for
can't
the
go
gift
further
sub,
back
Jonathan.
than 10 seconds, by the way, pretty consistently. I'm not sure what's happening. Let's
How are
guess we
you
just have to
opening
start at 10.
Capture? Do you
I'm
close
just
it
going-
after every game?
I don't know. I keep it open, but apparently it just doesn't let me. I don't know why.
That's weird. Well, I'm at 10 seconds. 3, 2,
Alright.
1, go. Welcome to Fez, and this should be a decent matchup for Huggie, even if he makes only 2 siege workshops. Turks vs Franks.
Do we even go stable? Yes, we do. Kingston does go for stable.
He goes
probably
Rex
not
first.
a good long-term unit.
Rex first, David.
That's
Also,
interesting.
Rex first, David second. So he wants to rush a bit, but he wants to be safe first.
I like that, honestly. Like a couple of stables to start to rush with, and then just transition into different units. It also kind of reinforces your opponent in thinking that camels might be a good choice, right? You see the stables, and then you're like, okay, camels can be decent. But if you then transition into helps, it can be pretty hard to actually deal with the Halberdiers if you've already committed to camels. But now we're adding the ranges, making a lot of sense, and not a single siege workshop put down for Huggie yet. Going to see how many it's going to be this time.
True, Sokol didn't affirm that it was him, right? He did, then it's 2-1. No, he just talked about ACCM, so it's trio. Paladins go forward, shouldn't do much with the camels here. We're of course on Fez, so gold in the south, a shorefish in the middle, wood lines towards the top, and very top stone and gold.
Nice quick walls. Nice quick walls from Kingston. He was about to lose 2 villagers there, and still nicely quick walled.
Oh.
That's what you expect from a 2k7 player, right? Quick walls are on the menu. Putting so many
Somehow he
villagers on
lost
early
10
castles.
RM elo between the last 2 games.
I have no idea.
Yeah, just keep talking about the game.
Camels are finally in. 2 villager kills finally found for Huggie. Can be pretty satisfied with that. And I think once you see the Rex coming up, I think you transition away from the camels, right? Like you already have a lot on the field.
Yeah, he's overqueuing them. In this case, I know there's a general rule, but every rule has exceptions. In this case, you queue like 40 camels and then Hussar.
Yeah.
And you don't even need farms on this map, because you can take the shorefish. Nobody ever does, but I mean, I just played another practice set where I went again 100 wins on shorefish. Just completely fine.
Look to the left of Huggie's base. We have doubled our previous siege workshop numbers. I mean, it's still not enough, but it is double the amount.
I think 2 siege workshops is kind of fine here. You don't want to make that many bombard cannons. You don't have that much gold. And what else are you really making out of that in this matchup? So don't think you need that much siege attacks. So there's no Otter, so we need a bit less. Yeah, well, the Turk Scorpions are valid. Against elephants, it's the only unit you have. But not against Franks, right? We don't make Scorpions against
I was memeing around, that's all good. Kingston is doing the M thing of expanding towards not just his golds, basically all the golds on the side. Interesting. Camels could intercept that. And we see X-Men fighting against camels, which is something that I have not seen in quite a while.
X-Men OP, nice that's snipe. If Kingstone wins, it's only because of X-Men.
Okay, Huggie has spotted the expansion with the Cav Archers, very heads up play from him. He has delayed it for now, 6 Rangers might be on the brink of being enough.
Oh, could find another castle there. Can't see it, it's in vision. Just passing though.
Oh, that would be so good, that would be so good.
No, no, he's going back,
Oh,
he's
he
going
sees
back.
it.
Yeah, he's killing
All
it.
you care about are the wilds.
Finally a doubt castle for Kingstone. Not as doubty though, only 73% completed Cav Archers. Aren't in that high of a mask, because I think Huggie overqueued camels here, that's why he's lacking gold for Cav Archers. Who took the market? Huggie? Sold food? Oh, you say word with Turks, man.
Kingston's a little bit late on siege. I wonder why we don't see bomb raid cannons from Franks here. I would expect to see them. Maybe not,
Yeah,
I don't know.
on
Traps
siege
are now
workshop in
rolling
the middle.
forward.
He has more siege workshops than Huggie ever does, but he isn't queuing anything from
Yeah,
them.
but they're idle unfortunately.
Bomber
which
cannons finding good
should-
shots against throwing X-Men. I said that there.
Yeah,
While
Kingston
you
should
were
really be
speaking.
queuing. Kingston should really be queuing out of those workshops. He's just simply not, and it's just units that aren't on the field. Well.
This game's too quick, we didn't make any bad workshops yet.
Are there any?
Oh.
I
I thought of a few, but they weren't fitting. No, man was way harder.
Yeah, what?
I think after the first three games, someone here needs a Huggie.
I was waiting for a hug joke, but like the IE.
Will King get stoned this game by the bombard cannon shots? You know, there are some openings.
You're better. Have you trained this? Behind my back.
All my life, man. All my life. Bombard cannons are getting really good value here, though. So King is really getting stoned a bit. And the Cav Archers defending everything else. Scorpions being added against Turks is a choice.
Yeah,
the best bombard cannons in the game, and you're adding Scorps. I'm always in favor of Scorps, but not here.
He probably got baited into Scorpions seeing the Camel and CA, right? And there isn't really a lot of units. Franks
oh no, Huggie! 99.38% castle! No, expansion denied.
I think Huggie might be broken mentally now, especially after this. Like the expansion failed for the
No, he gets it up, 2-tap, let's go! I never know what a Zao castle is. It's everything and nothing is a Zao castle at the same time. Usually it's very forward and isn't good, but this is not forward at all, so no clue what Zao means.
So in DM, every time you see a castle, it's a Zao castle?
No. Zao is just confusing people. Big fight in the middle. That's a huge army for Kingstone.
I really want to see a couple more Halberdiers from Kingston. Honest, because they could find decent value, because now camels are against paladins, which is exactly what Huggie wants. Huggie kind of has a pretty good composition, which is pretty expensive. Yeah, I want to see helps. We need helps here. I feel like
it's actually a way better fight for Huggie than I thought. Maybe I'm not overestimating X-Men. Frank Paladin are just shit. But in the end, I mean, now the chemists got whittled down, and all of a sudden it doesn't look that great for Huggie anymore. X-Men OP, why did I doubt them again? X-Men OP winning the fight.
That's not because of the composition, that was because Kingston had more units on the field, just in general. And, well, more army beats less army. We've cooked that recipe so many times at this point, and it looks inevitable again.
Huggie gets some style points though for using shorefish. Kingston is farming.
Huggie has made one dock and he hasn't made a single unit out of it.
Yeah, that's surely the problem.
That's not a problem.
That's why he's losing this game. He didn't make any navy to attack nothing because Kingston is not enough at all.
Yeah, I feel like docking the north on this map. I feel like docking the north on this map just doesn't matter until.
I mean, you do one dock and eventually you do 2 cannon gains if you have control there just to secure it. That's it. That's a naval action.
I mean, the X-Men are kind of perfectly punishing the fact that Huggie stayed on camels for too long, I feel like.
Nah, that's true. And he's still out of food.
He's trying to find some raids, but...
And now he's made to Hussar. Yeah, also really didn't really get TCs up while he had some map control, right?
I mean, his expansion was sniped, we've seen it, and there's Paladins coming to the left again, and we're at a point in the game where RM gameplay in the late game is already kicking in for Kingston again. Trying to send some cavalry units to the sides.
Alright, I think at this point I'm getting excited for Kingstone vs Breeze.
That's a great showing.
Because both of them look a level above their competition in Div 4.
Yeah, but Kingston's just faster, right? Huggie is calling the GG.
Then Breeze pretty fast. What's the APM actually? 64. I don't think that's much different than Breeze.
It's gone down. It's gone down for both players. Huggie has had like pretty constantly 36 throughout the entire set. Kingston was sitting around 70. Went down for both players by 5 roughly.
They're getting tired. Maybe that's Huggie's chance. Kappa.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, Scholz should be the best map for him. Huggie's a boater, and Kingston might not know the opening.
If there's one map where Huggie has a chance, also where the number of siege workshops doesn't really matter as much. If there's one map that supports it, it's going to be Scholz. And I'm gonna say Britain's against Wu. I don't really have any other ideas there.
I'm gonna say Britain's against Vietnamese then.
Just because you want to dodge my prediction?
I think Vietnamese. Yeah, well, Wu might. Vietnamese are pretty good.
What do you pick Wu for, right? Like you have the shit thing, which I still can't pronounce to this day. Or do you just play elephants, Vietnamese on the sides?
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
they have good ships, and you play elephants on the sides.
They have
but
good
you also
ships?
have good navy.
I don't really think of Vietnamese as a navy, so if that's the problem. But DM brings out many facets of civilizations to the table. But I don't know what we picked Wu for if we don't go for it now. So I'm just gonna stick with my Wu prediction. And honestly, until now, I've only just heard that Britons are supposed to be super good on water maps in DM, so I'm just gonna trust that call. I don't really fully understand it. I guess their navy must be pretty good. But, well.
Britons also have a good navy though, right? Like, I think Vietnamese lack something, but the elephants on the sides usually make up for it. And the elephants on the sides plus red archers, I mean, it's an amazing matchup against Britons on land, right? That's why I think Vietnamese makes more sense here, while Wu usually go infantry and like cavalry on land, mainly the infantry.
Yeah,
and then Britons have the right units against it.
Yeah, but it's still RM people playing, right? And I think as an RMer, you might think of Wu more as a Navy Civ as Vietnamese. But, well, he has shown a little bit of...
He did the dungeon thing pretty like Frostwood, so... Or like... Not as Frostwood, but generally.
Yeah, he spent a little bit of time researching. I'm still not into the game yet.
What?
Give me a second.
The fuck is happening here? Teutons? Are you crazy? I guess he was scared of Vietnamese?
Okay. Apparently I don't know anything.
Well, you know the Wu. Yeah, this is Kingstone for Wu.
Yeah, I'm having trouble loading the game up. Just give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. We have time. It's game 5. So as a Monopoly on TMK, I'm having some time to read chat now, maybe.
Hey, I can actually join you on 2 seconds this time.
Let's go. There's an ad anyways. So.
I'm ready.
Do you want to wait for the end of the ad?
Sure, of course. Makes a lot of sense.
At least the castles have the same range as the Lutron. Do they? Wu have siege engineers, I think, no? No, Wu have no siege engineers, huh? I have my Civ knowledge in the damn hell. Yeah, I guess then, if you get the castles up, you can't be Lutron. That's actually kind of great on the map. I mean, if you get it up. You have no treadmill crane, so it will be hard to get to water. But maybe Huggie can make it happen. I don't remember how good
I mean, you've told
Kingstone
me
was on
time
water
and time
maps.
again. You've told me time and time again in the previous sets that Teutons are just too slow for this. Well,
Yeah,
let's
but if
see.
Kingstone's water build isn't good, then there's a chance, I
Yeah,
think.
maybe. Okay,
I don't
note
like
to
Teutons on
myself,
water at
who
all,
actually do
right?
get
That's why I
treadmill
didn't
crane.
expect them.
Yeah,
Voodoo, yeah.
interesting to see. Who get treadmill crane, yeah. And he did
I
shot.
Lucky Cam says
He did
enough
shot
loot
might
runs.
be important.
Lucky Cam says enough loot runs will still win though. It doesn't really depend
I mean,
that
yeah,
much on the. Let me answer, man. God damn it! Let me finish a sentence. It doesn't really depend that much on the number of loot runs. I mean, you need a number of loot runs, but it mainly depends on the units around the castle and the like attention span of the player to click the loot runs. Because if there's like other paladins screaming under the castle, then it's very much easier to take it out.
How much damage does a Lucian take from a castle? Because it is chemistry embrace or everything, so...
A lot. They will get like
not
2
be as
shot
easy as
or
you think.
something. There's heated shot for Teutons, so pretty quick. I just had a practice game that involved Teuton castles versus loot runs, and they melted them. It didn't feel viable to kill them with loot runs, let me tell you that.
That's... that's a
I didn't want to
funny
mention it, that's
coincidence.
why I tried explaining it. So it's fine, you made me. I'm ready, by the way. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, me too.
Let's go. I'm interested in Kingstone's build here.
Sure. There's a
Oh,
house.
it looks good. It looks good. He's going to docks right away. Didn't kill any Rex yet. There's a stable. I like the stable opening to rush. Yeah, you kind of want to interrupt the dock, so I like that by Huggie.
Yeah, Teuton's not the fastest captive, but there's already a dock up.
Oh, Huggie's attacking the house.
In this set... Yeah, that's not too great. Help is on the position.
Oh, saves the will, so at least.
If there's one player who I would trust to quick wall this on the Dark Villager, it's going to be Kingstone, but the Paladins are pretty slow. First Paladin out is chasing the Hussar.
Second paladin out is...
pretty delayed already.
Chilling? Third paladin out is chilling?
Yeah...
I mean, it's a game 5 after you lost 4 games, but...
Huggie
picked no!
like
Defense the quick wall! Oh, what the hell kills it?
I mean, that's all that counts. If you go Paladin, you have to send them forward, I feel like. He's sending him around the side now, probably expecting a castle to go up there, which is happening.
5 docks to 1,
the forward villager.
and the docks are being stopped. Is the bigger story, I feel like. Treadmill Crane quite good on water maps, and the loot run snipes that villager as well. 1 demo out for Huggie. No fishing ships cube to save him. Oh, and the loot run is killing all the dogvilles. Man, Kingstone, the fact that Kingstone has the skill to micro this loot run against every single villager is just brutal. That one loot run killed 5 villagers.
Huggie was supposed to be the favorite, so I think we have to reevaluate.
I didn't predict him to win, he just came from Division 3, while Kingstone came from 5.
So that's a favorite on paper, right? So.
That's why I wrote he's the favorite on paper.
Fair enough.
Just that you can't listen and Lucky Calms can't read. My co-casters, man. At least he's doing great ward work with the predictions.
It's not often that I start casting at like 11:30, close to midnight. Might also
it's very often that I start casting at 11:30, close to midnight.
No, it's fine. I am realizing that I talked over you a couple of times, but that's because it's pretty late for me.
Are you excited, man?
It's gonna be better again.
Oh lord, if the loot runs. How many villages have the loot run sniped? 15 vehicles, not even stop the castle.
Yeah,
but it's so hard, I mean,
obviously
Kingstone maybe shouldn't have started in the 5, but other armors, like Shishkan was in the same division and got clapped, right? They're both 2k5, 2k7. We can't guess which is
but it's also hard
the
to
armor
judge.
that loses and the armor that wins, right? It's impossible.
Yeah, but there's also a big difference in if you join without any preparation. If a 2K7 RM player joins and he spends 2 or 3 days of doing research, he will just
Yeah, of
clap
course.
people. If he comes in without any prep, then this division might be fine for him, right?
We have to do it on sign up though, and they both didn't have any DM game split.
Yeah, makes sense. And Huggie, yeah, blah. That's ugly. Very, very ugly.
I think if there's people with better starts, right? I think Breeze could punish the starts of Kingstone. They're still not very clean. But Kingstone seemed always to have a general idea what he was doing. Also, like the Felucci ones here, like he was very sure about the general strats. The execution is still a bit messy at the start, but the fact that he had such a strategical idea of every matchup and roughly always did the correct things makes it really hard.
I kind of want to throw something in the room, which is I think you're not giving Kingston enough credit for his starts. I think they look worse than they actually are simply because of the building placement. I think his starts are actually pretty smart. Like, look into his base. There's a couple of stables. I still think the buildings he places are completely fine, and I think the macro behind it with the housing is also pretty good. It just doesn't look great because like from the M players you're used to these like smooth grids, but I think the starts are way better than you make them to be.
Well, maybe I should
the building
lose a few
placement throws
more
you off a
sets
little
this
bit.
weekend, and then I can play Kingstone in Division 3 next season. I would actually enjoy that.
No. You can ask him to practice, maybe, if he's down to play.
Guy, not until Sunday. I think this weekend he's
His
focused
starts
on.
are improved, I'll say that. I mean, Lucky Carms has probably seen him play a little bit more than me.
Yeah, well, he played last season, right? So. And Lucky Cam seems to remember a lot more than I do, because I remember barely anything.
But just by simple nature of the game mode, right? Like the start is making so much of your DM game, and if it's enough to basically 5-0 your division, the start has to be like of some quality, right? So. But yeah.
Then we hype up Breeze with Kingston, man.
Is...
Like we have there is weaknesses, and I think Breeze could be able to find.
I mean,
he's also playing Legend tomorrow. I'm not sure Legends Rush is good enough for that. Honestly, I favor Kingstone after seeing him with Legend tomorrow. But I think Breeze could have a chance. Oladushek, I feel a bit less so.
Well, there's one good thing for Huggie, because it always feels bad to lose 5-0 if you just feel like you're getting stumped. Well, in the last 2 games it might have been the case, but there are things to take away for Huggie, I feel like. There are some pointers, I think, maybe he watches the cast, I'm not quite sure. But there's things to improve, to take away for him, so at least there's that. Or might just have been an off day with the Siege workshops. It's so weird to me still. I don't know.
I had 5 messages by Kingstone, and now I'm curious what they were, because he deleted them. Was it the Rex? Was he telling us to cast game 5 from a Rex?
Not quite sure. Well, let's keep an eye on him. For sure.
Sleep with one eye open. This was quick though. Congratulations to Kingstone. He's looking really good. And I mean, if Kingstone keeps improving as fast as he is, maybe Frost can be dethroned. No, I'm going the other way.
I mean, you yourself.
I mean, if Kingstone keeps committing to DM, I think he's showing quite some promise.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but you yourself touched upon that, and that you apparently think that if an RMR comes over, he at least needs a couple of months in order to contest Frost, even like doing all the research and grinding away.